What's going on, Mafia? Good morning. Good Monday morning. Hopefully, you're not a Vikings fan or a Saxonville Jaguars fan. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Tom Brady's going to the Super Bowl. Is that really a surprise? Not to me. And all you Eagle fans. I mean, if there's a football team that thinks that they're going to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs, I got bridges to sell because dude's not going to lose. And I'm not, full disclosure, I'm not a New England Patriot fan. I'm not a Tom Brady fan. He's just good. He's good. So I want to talk about that real quick too. So the things that Tom Brady has that we can learn from in our business and in marketing. And he does three things really, really well that sets him apart, that makes him the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, he's going to be in 8 Super Bowls now. He's won 5 of those 8. What's going on, Rob Anderson? And he hasn't played the 8th one yet, and he's won 5 of those 8. He reminds me of my favorite basketball player of all time, the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, who, when he walked on the court, he was going to dominate whoever his opponent was. And it wasn't something that was questionable. What's going on, Charles? It wasn't something that's questionable. It was matter of fact. He walked on the court. He was going to dominate his opponent. He took a group of guys, and people can say, oh, Scottie Pippen was great. Scottie Pippen was great. What's going on, Chris? Scottie Pippen was great because of Jordan. All right. Horace Grant was great because of Jordan. Those guys were not going to be at the caliber level that they were without Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen was not going to take a basketball team to a championship level without Michael Jordan. So, and Tom Brady has had suspect caliber players that have played for him. I mean, Gronkowski can't stay healthy. Hernandez went to prison, and those guys were all-stars, no doubt about it. But, I mean, his wide receiving core, I remember one year they were joking about them having to find a janitor for them to make a wide receiver for Brady to throw to, and he ended up passing for, I think he was he either led the league or he was second in interceptions. The dude does not want to fail, and so he's put in place things in his life. And so I saw there's actually Facebook has a documentary coming out about Tom Brady. Replaceable parts in the Patriot machine. Absolutely right. And, I mean, you can get into, is it Bill Belichick? Is it Tom Brady? I mean, Bill Belichick was at Cleveland. So, I mean, is Bill Belichick great because of Tom Brady, or is Tom Brady great because of Bill Belichick? I coached at the high school level in basketball and know for a fact that you're only as good as your players. There's a saying goes, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Johnnies and Joes. And not being a Tom Brady fan, I'm a fan of his mentality. So three things that make Tom Brady set apart from other quarterbacks, even like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was a great quarterback, no doubt about it. Joe Montana, great quarterback. He beat my Bengals 2 times in the Super Bowl, and he won others. But he was a great quarterback, and there's been many others. But in my opinion, Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. And there's 3 things that set him apart, and those are this: losing is not an option. Losing is not an option. And if you think about it, in business, you have to go into every opportunity visualizing success. So when you're faced with a challenge to be able to acquire customers, you need to visualize what that outcome can be based upon what it is you're trying to implement. So if it's a marketing strategy that you're trying to implement that does not have success visualized on the other end, then you need to rethink your process and your strategy. For a lot of people, visualizing makes that strategy mapping a lot easier. I mean, I know what marketing strategies for us are going to lead to success, and I know which ones won't. So we don't implement the ones that won't. But losing can't be an option. So using visualization to understand where that path can lead helps you in not losing, and being able to make adjustments so that your losses don't keep coming, because you haven't changed your path allows you to travel down that road of success and to have the mentality that losing is not an option. Not being successful with your marketing dollars is not an option when your business is what pays your personal bills, when business is what feeds your kids, when your business is what keeps you going on a day-to-day basis. Losing cannot be an option. If you think about Tom Brady, the dude eats avocado ice cream so that his body is fully functioning at 110%, because losing is not an option. Having an injury to him is not an option. It's not an option. And so think about that in your business. How can you begin to implement that into your business where losing is not an option? Being successful is the option. And so how do you map a plan for success? The other thing, and this kind of goes hand in hand, is he's able to focus his mind above everything else, You think about it. Again, fan, not a fan, doesn't matter. There's been Spygate, there's been Deflategate or Inflategate, whatever you want to call it. Multiple issues. They just had an issue come out last week to where, allegedly there was trouble in paradise, to where Robert Kraft and Tom Brady conspired against Bill Belichick to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo and blah, 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 blah. And Tom Brady kept his mind above all the chaos. He kept it clear from the complications so he could focus on the Jacksonville Jaguar game and put his mind right, to get him prepared. There's all kinds of ways that we can get unfocused in our business. Social media, listening to family or friends tell you can't be successful, letting small mishaps get you off track, but focusing, letting everything slow down and getting singular about what your focus is. Getting singular about what your focus is on a daily basis is one of the best things that you can do to achieve success. My drive-in is not very long right now, but I get about 15 minutes to kind of think about singularly, step by step, what needs to happen in that day. Not the week, not the month, what needs to happen in that day. And so there is time that I need to set apart for A, B, C, and D in that day. And getting singularly focused on the day allows me to accomplish what I'm looking to accomplish. The one thing that I haven't been successful at yet is blocking out all the chaos sometimes, blocking out all the clutter, all of the things that keep me from being singularly focused, to focus the mind on success. And the third thing that Tom Brady does that sets him apart and makes him great, don't think about the consequences. Most importantly, he doesn't think about what will happen if he loses. So don't think about what would happen if you failed, because what's the worst thing that can happen, right? Don't think about the consequences or what people will say. Don't worry about what you're going to do as a result. If you haven't lost yet, there's no reason to start thinking about it. And if you handle the situation the right way, you're not going to lose. And And not everybody's going to win them all. He doesn't, Brady doesn't have a 100% winning percentage. He's lost games. Hell, he's lost 2 Super Bowls. He's lost more Super Bowls than the Bengals have been in the last 26 years, 27, 28 years. Lost more Super Bowls than most teams have been in the last 26 years. But he thinks about the task at hand, not what the consequence is going to be. And he's able to set his mind to focus on that singular object, and not let losing be an option. So think about that in your own business. In marketing, what are things that you can create? What systems and strategies can you create to where you can set yourself apart from your competition or from where you want to be in 2018 versus 2017? Think about those things and then begin to focus on what you can do to make your business be like the New England Patriots. Because hell, we all could benefit from having success like the Patriots. Let's think about it. Since the first half of Super Bowl 51, Tom Brady has been singularly focused on making his team dominate the other side. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't singularly focused that first half of Super Bowl 51, but they were down. They were down multiple touchdowns. And the problem for Atlanta in Super Bowl 51 is Brady was going to get the ball. That was the problem. And it was a stage where he was going to rise up and he was going to overtake his opponents. And Brady has always been against the odds. Drafted in the 6th round, the final round of the draft by the New England Patriots. And when he shook Robert Kraft's hand, he said, "Hi, I'm Tom Brady." And Robert Kraft goes, "Yeah, I know you're the 6th round draft pick, or our 6th round draft pick." And he goes, "No, I am the best decision you've ever made." And while that's cocky, it's very confident. He knew what he was going to put into it. And if you get a chance to watch the Facebook documentary, which I plan on doing, the teaser, they asked Tom Brady, what are you willing to do? Or Tom Brady actually is stating it. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to beat me? And his answer is he's willing to give up everything. And so what are you willing to do to make your business be the success that you want it to be? So something to think about on our marketing Mondays. But and I wanted to start with that because I just think it's an incredible story of how to be successful and how to get your mind focused on success. And I think if you look at those different scenarios and not just athletics, but there's different scenarios in business all across. You can segue and you can intersect that to help you get focused on business. But really what I want to talk today is increasing reviews from your customers. So look, Google My Business, your Google Maps listing is an important, is something very important that you need to take control of and to understand how to get that #1 Maps listing. There's all kinds of things that you need to do to be able to dominate that listing. But here's something that is something you can do today, begin to see a change. So we decided in 2017 that we were going to dominate our reviews. Look, and it was really something that got us motivated or motivated us was from Brennan Williams. Brennan Williams owned a window cleaning and pressure washing company about 2 hours north of us in Columbus, Ohio. And he always marketed himself as the highest rated, most and highest rated exterior cleaning company in the state of Ohio. And he was. I think at the time he had 50-something 5-star reviews. I'm sure they probably have a few more now. And Brennan ended up selling that company, and now he is in Knoxville, Tennessee, and started up Einstein Smartwash, and I'm sure he will do everything that he can to dominate that Google Maps listing with his reviews. And reviews is a great way to dominate that listing. It's not the only way, not the only thing you have to do, but it's one of the very key cogs to dominating. And Facebook reviews help you to develop what I call, or what is called, social proof. Both help to develop that social proof. So we set out with a mission, Brennan, to not let you be the highest rated exterior cleaning company in the state, and he's not, unfortunately for him. Well, he left Soap and Water, so it's not really him anymore. But what's going on, Salvatore? We with our focus in 2017 have 2 locations that have over 100 5-star, or combined have almost 200 5-star reviews, I should say, because of our focus on reviews. So here's some things that we did, and I want to talk to you guys about on what you can do to really boost those up. And this will work if you have a crew or if you're on your own. No matter what it is, you can put these actions into place. So first thing you need to do, you need to get your 5-star pre-populated Google review link, and then you need to go to Facebook, click on reviews, and get the link to go to be able to give a review on Facebook. And what I do is I use a Google shortener, URL shortener, GOO.GL, and I take those links, put them in there, and I get a smaller link, right? So first thing you do is in your follow-up process for closed customers, the first 30 days, you're asking 3, 4, 5 times for them to give you a review. And each ask, you can segment it. You can make one be just a Google ask, one be a Facebook ask, or you can ask both. Because not everybody is going to have a Google account. Don't know why they won't, but they won't. Probably only about 50 to 60% of people right now will have a Google account. And how you know if they have a Google account is if they have a Gmail address. If they don't have a Gmail address and they don't have a Google account, then they can't give you a Google review. Odds are, though, they do have a Facebook account. So you want to be asking in that closed follow-up sequence. So we start on day 3 after we complete the job, and then we continue through day 30 asking 5 times to give us a review. And, we complete or we try to complete on average about 50 to 60 jobs a week during our busy season, sometimes more. And then during the slow season, we're probably about 60 to 70% of that. So we're completing a lot of jobs, but we're only trickling in, Jason, 3, 4, 5 reviews every 10 days, something like that. So it's not like they're just falling from the sky, but our continued efforts makes them come through. Look, if you don't ask, you're not going to get a review. They're not going to seek it out. You have to make it easy for them to do it. And then, so number 1, set up follow-up sequences and ask for reviews. Google and Facebook is what we focus on and concentrate on. If you want to focus on others, great. Just get the review link and ask for it. I concern myself with Google and Facebook. I want to be the highest rated exterior cleaning company or service company in our area, and I don't even want it to be close. And it's not. Number 1, that's the number 1 thing you need to do. The number 2 thing that you need to do, but when you compare that to people who get 0 to 5 reviews a year, that's true. Yeah, I mean, a couple every week to 10 days definitely is better than only getting none. Absolutely. So set up your follow-up. 2, develop a way for either yourself or your crews to be able to get customers to give you live reviews. And this is great for Facebook. Unfortunately, I don't think you can do video Google reviews yet. Don't believe you can. I think you can add pictures, Jason.
I don't know. Let me check. I heard something.
I know it's close to being able to do this, but if they can do a video Google review, then we definitely want to do that. Because look, video, is changing everything. I mean, if you're more concerned with pictures than video, then you need to rethink that process. If you're not even doing pictures, man, start putting pictures, taking pictures of everything, everywhere, pictures. But if you're already doing pictures, then get to video, because video is what's going to change it's going to change your business, change the focus, allow your customers to see inside of what you're doing. So what we did was we made our crew leaders editors on our Facebook pages. So we have a couple Facebook pages, one for our Lexington market, one for our Cincinnati market. And we went in and we made our crew leaders editors. And they got a bonus if they were able to get the customer to give them a they would go live on Facebook on our page of the customer giving us a review. And then the customer would then go to the review piece and, give us a 5-star, write out, whatever, and go from there. So the crew leader was focused on asking for that review. In fact, they would start the conversation when they pulled up. Hey, I'm Gary with Pressure Wash Cincinnati. I am here to take care of cleaning whatever it was we were cleaning. Look, I get compensated based on my customer reviews, and so I would really appreciate you thinking about giving me a review. When we're done, I'll come back, we'll walk around, and if you're interested in giving me a review, I'll make it easy for you and help you do it right here, right now. And we probably got 5, 6, 7 live reviews in the 10-day period that we did that. We did it more towards the end of our season. So it wasn't something that we continued to focus on because Christmas light season hit and we were moving dead ahead, and not as easy to complete in the Christmas light season as it is in the exterior cleaning season, although it can be. We just didn't focus on getting it done. So this year we will utilize the ask to get a Facebook Live, and once Google allows for video reviews, we will definitely do that. And we would pay our crew leaders a $25 spiff or bonus, whatever you want to call it. Actually, we'd give them a $25 gas card for every live review they were able to get. We also give our crew leaders a $10 gas card for every 5-star review they receive, period. So what that does for them is it motivates our crew leaders to get into the field and start talking about our service right away. So you might say, well, you're paying for reviews. No, actually what I'm paying for is quality service, because people that review us and give us raving reviews about our crew leaders aren't calling to complain about service, right? So we're focused on getting our crew leaders to provide that 5-star quality service so they can get a 5-star review. And even if customers aren't home, they can still get a 5-star review because the follow-up reviews are going out. And if they get a 5-star review from a customer, regardless if it was when they were in the field or not in the field, they're getting that $10 gas card. And at the end of the week, if they get 2, 3, 4, 5 reviews, they're making $30, $40, $50 in a gas card. And I had crew leaders getting up to $100 a month a couple times on gas cards. So they were really focused on asking for the review if the customer was home, and if the customer wasn't home, they were really focused on making sure that they provided a 5-star quality service. And so setting up a follow-up sequence, promoting reviews, either yourself, talking about it as soon as you get there. Look, I want to provide you quality service. We're going to make sure that you're happy. And if you would, at the end, what I'd like to be able to do is have you give us a review, because I get paid based on my reviews. If you own the company and they know you own the company, look, other customers need to know the kind of service that I provide, and I'd appreciate you providing us a review if we are able to wow you. Use exciting terms. If I'm able to make you so happy with our service, if I'm able to do things that you didn't even think we could do, get into creating that expectation of, oh my God, this is the best service I've ever had. Because then when you've done that, then you can ask for that review and they will provide it. So great opportunity to ask for those reviews. A way to convince your customer to provide you with a review is by providing coupons. Carpet cleaners, this is great. Window cleaners, even better. Anything that's going to generate continual business, and it'll help you generate continual business. So for us, we wash a house. We give away a coupon for gutter cleaning in the fall, $25 coupon, gutter cleaning in the fall. Continuous service, right? And so if you provide us a 5-star review at this time, we'll give you a $25 gutter cleaning coupon for the fall or spring. So incentivizing that customer to act, to get into action. And trust me, they're going to want to if you ask. If you don't ask, they're not going to want to, right? So getting into the place of asking them for the review and start to talk about it from the time you get there through the time that you end will put them into that thought process of reviews. And that's really what you want them thinking about. So setting up your follow-up to your customers after the job is completed, then that first 30 days, asking 3, 4, 5 times for a review via email, text, however it is you communicate with your customer after they close. And if you don't communicate with your customer after you close, get a system in place so that you can. 9%. There. Let me give you the numbers exactly. We'll do the numbers exactly. Repeat customers in 2017, because I have an email string set up that continually communicates to my customers in 2017, $40,628 in repeat business. Average ticket price was $528. $30 more than my regular ticket price. Repeat customers, $40,628 in repeat customers because we have an email string set up. I feel like the mom in Nutty Professor when she was talking about her baby. My email. I mean, that's the way I feel. If you want to make sure you have your email processes set up, not just to ask for reviews, but to ask them to continue to do business with you. $40,628 in 2017 were people that we were emailing that came back to us and wanted us to complete service for them. 7% of our business was from that. 7%. And then from those same customers that we were emailing, they sent 36,662 business my way via referral. Now, 6% of the business that we received, and this is residential. 7% of our residential was repeat business, 7% of our residential was repeat business. 6% of our, and it's a little bit, I'm rounding up, so all of you number Nazis, calm down. If you're a number Nazi, little under 7% of residential was repeat business. A little bit of 7% of residential was repeat business, and 6% of residential was referral business from those customers that I'm continually sending business to. Just under 13% was because of that email follow-up. 77,290 Nice. Good money. It's good money. Set up or came to us because we have follow-up emails set up. So if you have follow-up set up, great. Ask for those reviews in the first 30 days, 4 or 5 times. If you don't, get them set up. Get them set up if you don't have them set up. Do you recommend doing the same for commercial clients? Absolutely. 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 And in fact, we're using ResponsiBid this year for automated follow-ups for commercial clients as well. We do our proposals out of closethejob.com proposal for commercial customers, and then we take that information, input it into ResponsiBid, and we have what's called a commercial open tab. We'll have a commercial closed tab. And a commercial declined tab. So depending upon the status that they're in, they're going to get emails. How are you tracking that, Rob? ResponsiBid, brother. ResponsiBid. ResponsiBid does a lot. When I say it was a game changer for our business in 2015, actually end of 2015, early 2016, when we went to the premium. Game changer. That's what I mean. Game changer. Being able to track that information and knowing where the business comes from. Additionally, here's a little additional number for you. This is a freebie. Email. ResponsiBid, Dustin. I don't use Customer Factor. I don't like Customer Factor's user interface. I've tried it. Was a customer, paid them money, lots of money. I'm not going to talk more bad about it. I just don't like their user interface. It's needs to be improved. I use Service Monster only for scheduling. Don't like any of their back end processes. I pay them $125 a month for scheduling because I like their scheduling process. ResponsiBid is our de facto CRM. It is what it is. I mean, I did $1 million off of it, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy. So you can use whoever you'd like. Obviously, it's your business. You do what you want. I can just tell you what our results are, what gave to us. But here's a freebie I'm going to give you that's outside of what we're talking about right now. You're on the fence. You're on the fence about email marketing. On the fence about email marketing, right? On the fence. Not, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to take the time to develop a list from realtors because don't know what the money's going to be. Residential business last year from email marketing. Residential business from email marketing, which email marketing, we probably spent less than $1,000 invested because of email marketing. Less than $1,000. I'm being very generous when I say $1,000. $47,930. If you're not doing email, do email. $47,000. All right, $47,000. Residential from email marketing. Residential. And my average tickets are $400, $500. I mean, I'm not we don't go out unless it's a $2,000 job. Trust me, we do large jobs residentially all the time. But our bread and butter is a $325 house wash. Fred Zimmerman, we are in exterior cleaning and holiday lighting. Exterior cleaning and holiday lighting. So, and I don't, Fred, I don't know what business you're in, or a lot of you guys, I don't know exactly what business you're in. Some I do, but I can tell you this can be duplicated across all kinds of things. Look, email marketing, if I'm thinking of getting more into power washing, the marketing services that we talk about and we do can be duplicated across any service industry. How do I know that? Because we do them for a lot of different service industries. And so I am a handyman year round, but clean house and holiday lights as main staple. Yeah. And this, your handyman business, this would generate all kinds of business from, by doing the automated follow-ups, by asking for, reviews, by generating repeat business, by generating referral business. You should have follow-up set up in your business. All right. So back to reviews. Follow-up sequences set up. Begin the conversation of reviews when you walk on the property, and provide the customer an incentive. To give you a review. Those three things should be your review strategy. You want to get your 5-star pre-populated Google review link. Text 36260. Text IGNITE, IGNITE, to 36260. There's a video on there about how to get your Google review link. It's a step-by-step screen share, shows you how to get it. Get on there, get that Google review link. Use a URL shortener. I use googlegoo.gl to get a shortened link, and then you can use that to get out to your customers. But begin to develop a review strategy. And get your customers to give you a review. You guys have questions? Any more comments? Please hit them up in the comment section. I will respond throughout the day. By the way, if you're interested in the 15-minute marketing strategy calls that are free. Free. We're going to do that all day today. Jenny, how about that? Come on. She loves it when I get in her head to do something. She'll start doing it. Singing songs is the best. So, anybody got a song you want me to get my wife to start singing today? Hit me in the comments. I'll take a video of her singing it later. Yeah, right. It's easy money. It's like picking the best horse on the track. Is there a way to get a Google review without having a Gmail account? Nope. Gotta have a Google account to give a Google review. They're free. Maybe in your emails, this is something I've tossed around. You can put together a link on how to get a Google account, right? Show them how to get that Google account, so that then they can give you a Google review. 60% of customers are going to have one. The other 40 aren't. Have them go to Facebook. Not everybody's going to give you a Google review, and you don't need everybody to give you a Google review. In your market, if you have 30, 40 5-star reviews, odds are you're probably top. If you got 100, you're definitely top. All right? You can't think about trying to get one. You got to think about developing a strategy. The strategy will allow those Google reviews to start coming in. Just trying to figure out how to get one Google review isn't going to help you. How do I get a strategy developed on how to get reviews? Worrying about if a customer's got a Google account, that is tripping over pennies to get to dollars, because you'll have enough customers that will have Google accounts that you can get a Google review from. The ones that don't, I don't care. But I'm going to continue to market to them so they can give me some of that repeat business, some of that referral business, and keep the cashier cha-chinging. All right. Anyway, still time left on my calendar. Goes until the 30th, and then I take off for ICE on the 31st. Still time left to get a free 15-minute marketing strategy call. We can talk about your marketing. We can talk about things that you can do to improve your business. We can talk about UK basketball, how great they are versus like Kansas Jayhawks, Brian Asher. We can talk about whatever you want for 15 minutes. Probably want to talk about marketing. We'll talk about whatever you want for 15 minutes. Put in place maybe one, maybe two strategies to help you dominate your market in 2018. Did I mention it's free? Free. I see all the time in industry groups, what do you guys think about free stuff? So anyway, go up into the description of this video. There is a Calendly link. Man, say that 5 times fast. Calendly link. There's a link that goes on my calendar. You select time slots, and it will sign you up. But going back to, what do you think about free? What do you think about free? What do you think about free? Look, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Economic principle that underlies everything in our economy anyway. Tenstoffel is what it's called. There's no such thing as a free lunch. But guess what? This is free. This is free. Now, 15 minutes of your time is going to be taken, so you are spending that. But other than that, it's free, unless you want to donate to the Gary Geiman Retirement Scholarship Fund. I'm kidding. It's not what it is. Anyway, thanks for spending time, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you are able to take this information and develop a Google review strategy. Check out my video on Responsibit. If you have more questions about that, just go to the search function of the group and put in Responsibit, and it will take you there. If you don't have Responsibit, check it out. If you do have Responsibit, great. If you don't have it, you don't want it, that's great too. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great month.